Hello, my absolutely fabulous financial fashionistas. This is Joy with Joyful Budgeting Co. and it's Fun Friday. Today we're filling our Fri-Yay Savings Challenge envelopes, connecting with our budget buddy for accountability magic, and stuffing our mini challenges with what we've got left over from those variable envelopes. We're wrapping up this week with stability that comes from consistent Friday traditions. Let's finish this week strong and step into the weekend feeling financially grounded. This week for our variable challenges, we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90, $190 to put towards our variable challenges. We're going to start this week off right, and we're going to deal with some foundational groundwork, taking a look and seeing what we've got remaining in those variable envelopes. And in gas, we have $30 remaining. In groceries, we have $25 remaining. The kids didn't do much, but they did do a little bit. We've got 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 36, 7, $37 remaining. The rest in this envelope is their tooth fairy money. We do roll the kids' money over. And then in spending, I have 150, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 1, 2, 3, $363 that we are rolling over in spending. Eventually, I will make time for myself. Someone said, my goodness, when are you ever going to get it done? When life slows down, because we keep getting snowballs thrown at us and we either throw them back or make a snowman out of it. But it's okay. We are making it. So what that means is for our mini challenges that we stuff with the rollover from our variable envelopes, we have $20, $40, $55. So $55 to put towards those variable challenges. Let's take a look and see how we're going to spread that out. Now, checking in with our book challenge, we still haven't bought a new book, but we are getting ready to, because I don't know if you guys are readers or not, but Judge Stone, oh my gosh, Viola Davis, along with Mr. Patterson, with that book. I was not prepared, but it kept me on the edge of my seat. It is really keeping me engaged, and it's definitely a page turner. In our medical challenge, let's see, we need $358. That's the goal. We've got 50, 150, 75, 6, 7. So $177 for that one. And then school, our goal is $800, and we've got 20, 40, 60, 81, 10, 20. So 120. I think I'm going to prioritize our medical challenge. And let's see here. For the medical challenge, I think I'm going to color in a 35 here. We will get our purple marker. I'm going to color in 35. And we will put $35 in medical, which now gives us $50, $150, $70, $90, $200, $5, $10, $11, $12. So $212 towards our medical goal there. And then we are going to add $20 to school, which means we now have 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 30, 40, 140. Each one of our spaces here is $100. So we've got 60 more to go to fill in another space for our back to school fund. But that's how you give those variable funds another job once they've done their first job. That way we don't take the opportunity to overspend or do something frivolous. We are just giving it a new job so that it can help us out in another area. Now let's get to stuffing week choose allocations from our reserve binder. We are going to start with gas. So we are adding $100 to gas. Next, we have groceries. And in groceries, we are adding $75. And in kids, we are adding $20, which means now in kids, they have 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 6, 7, $57. And they do have book fair coming up, so that may dwindle down. And then in spending, we are adding our usual weekly $10, which means now in spending, we have 1, 52, 20, 40, 60, 83, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3, $373. My goal is to get a manicure and pedicure, just in case anyone was wondering. But I have to be able to have some time alone because I want it to be a refreshing moment for me as opposed to running around behind the kids and a lot of the other daily activities. I would like it to be just something for me. So let's get these variable envelopes back in the wallet, and we will now take a look at our challenges. But before we get into that, I want to take a moment to talk to you guys about some things because I've had a couple of questions, especially since the word for the year for me here on this challenge is stability. My financial fashionistas, building stability in our finances starts with a foundation rooted in wisdom. The Bible teaches us in Proverbs 21:5 that the plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. This is why we show up every single Friday. Consistency and planning create the stability we're seeking. Let me share 3 biblical principles for building stable budget. First, we tithe and give first. Proverbs 3:9-10 says, "Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of your crops. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing." When we put God first with our finances, He blesses the rest. Set aside your tithes before you budget anything else. This creates spiritual and financial alignment. Second, we create a spending plan before the month begins. Proverbs 27:23-24 reminds us to be sure you know the condition of your flock. Give careful attention to your herds, for riches do not endure forever. This means knowing where every dollar is going before the month starts. Write down your income, assign every dollar a job, and give yourself permission to adjust things as needed. Third, we build our emergency fund steadily. Proverbs 21:20 tells us, "The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down." An emergency fund is your financial stability anchor. Start with $500 or $1,000 if you're doing the Dave Ramsey plan. Then work towards 3 to 6 months of expenses. Even an extra $25 a week towards your emergency fund adds up to over $1,300 a year. Remember, stability doesn't happen overnight. It's unfolding through faithful, consistent actions. You're building something beautiful there. Now we'll push forward towards our challenges and have a little bit of fun now that we've taken care of some business. We're going to start out today's challenges with our Fri-Yay challenge. And today is March 20th. So we're going to check off our 20 here. And when we turn to March, we have our $20 in our pocket. And we're going to stuff that into week 3. It is just crazy how fast this month is just flying by. It feels like the year barely started, but yet now I'm sitting looking outside the window as I'm doing this stuffing, and I'm seeing that it looks almost like the lemon tree is starting to slow down, and we are going to be able to fix us some lemonade and use fresh lemon zest and things like that, which lets me know that spring is coming in. It's blooming, so that means that we're definitely going to get a bit more as far as the lemons are concerned. And the kids are going to have a blast. They love harvesting things from in the garden. Next on our lineup, we are going to dive into Budget Buddies. For those that are new here, Budget Buddies is a challenge that we do with a friend. She scratches off our flower challenge and lets us know how much we're going to save. And for this week, we are saving $30 towards our Budget Buddies, which means now, thus far this month, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $100 saved in our Budget Buddies Savings Challenge. And last but not least, we are diving into our 52-week reverse challenge, and we have made it to week 41. We are saving $41 towards our 52-week reverse challenge. Each week, this gets easier and easier because we started the year at 52 and we are working our way down. Often in life, we tend to do what's easiest first. And what this challenge is teaching me is if we start out with the hard stuff, like I mentioned earlier, quite often putting money aside to give back to the community, give back to your church, or just to do some good for a neighbor or something of that nature can be a bit hard, because especially during times when financial stability and our economy is shaken up, it can be a bit hard to do that first. But that feeling of doing something for someone else, that feeling of pouring into something or someone else really makes a difference in your budget. And then you take a look at the things that are just a little bit easier, which is, okay, let's see what we're going to do when it comes to our spending this month. These are the things that we have to put our money towards, and then the easiest is that $25 or less that you put towards that emergency fund. So then we've got a sturdy foundation to stand things on. That's what this reminds me of, because we started out with the hard stuff, that $52. I mean, that first month, you guys, we saved $102 during that first month, which can be extremely hard when you think about it. But we took bite-sized chunks and we made it and we got through. So now we have just completed the 4th page of our 52-week reverse challenge, and we are going strong. I am so proud of you and myself for making it this far. In life, things happen, but we were able to stay strong and be consistent. And that's another fantastic Fun Friday complete. Our envelopes are filled. Our systems are solid. We're heading into the weekend with total financial stability. That's our word for the year, and we're living it every single Friday. Thank you for building stability with me, my wonderful financial fashionistas. You're creating systems that support your success. This is Joy with Joyful Budgeting Co., celebrating your consistent commitment. Enjoy your stable, peaceful weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow for Catterday Saturday.